What is going on, y'all? Coming back here Sunday for you guys with another video, and stay tuned for the end, because in the end I got some live bait today. So I'm going to be doing a live bait only backyard challenge edition. So a lot of people in South Florida have some waterways, lakes, or canals in their backyard, and this connects right to Alligator Alley, pretty much real close. So what I have today is some live bait, and in the end, right before the sun goes down, I have a very high good chance of catching a nice big tarpon. But for now, I'm going to be using this live bait, seeing if I can get on some nice bass, peacock bass, maybe a daytime tarpon, maybe a daytime snook. But anyways though, guys, without further ado, I'm going to get into fishing, and stay tuned. Got some good fish for you guys today, and hopefully a little bit of tarpon. Alrighty guys, got a bait tied on now, just like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cast this one. Got about 3 feet of a bobber with an Alberto knot to a leader, fluorocarbon leader. So cast this out. And I'm gonna let that bait sit. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna be doing a voiceover if I can to make do with this lower quality audio. But anyways though, I was getting on a fish right here, free lining with another rod on the other side of my backyard, and ended up hooking up into this nice peacock on the shiner. Just came out from below the grass, hit that bait real nice. Was fighting him here, and these peacocks, they always give just such a great fight. They fight with all their effort. Look at that fish there jumping. Ended up getting him on the shore there, and then I was just quickly looking up, and these peacocks just have such great color patterns on them. I was looking at these little white stripes there along his back, almost more not so white, but just very distinct there, as you guys can see. But anyways though, came over to the other side real quick. Alrighty y'all, just got this great, nice peacock there. Good thick, chunky peacock bass there, guys. I had this other rod that I was using with some live shiners. Ended up biting it there. That is a good little peacock bass, guys. Gonna get the release on this fish now, and that is a good first fish. And there he goes. Good release on that fish for y'all. Alrighty guys, fish number 2 for the live bait backyard challenge. Nice, another good peacock. Now I'm noticing these peacocks are really pale. I guess that's maybe because of the colder water that this backyard probably had a few weeks ago. But gonna get the release on this fish now, and that is a good fish number 2. Not entirely sure what happened with the footage on this fish, but that was another good peacock bass for number 2 for you guys. Good release on that one. Now it was one long hot day standing out there, I can say that for sure. Fished all day with the live shiners. I had a main target species in mind. I wanted to badly catch tarpon on some live shiners. The last 2 nights I actually had a couple tarpon come up and spit the line, spit the hook, chafe the leader, the whole thing that comes with tarpon fishing. But I was going around and fishing all day, got on a bunch of multiple species of fish with the live shiners, and I was just making my way through the baits throughout the day, and then I had this one fish here eventually come up and bite my bait, which was pretty big. Oh, he came off, y'all. That was a big fish, guys. Interesting. I'm gonna keep fishing. go, y'all. There is a peacock bass, a live shiner. Good little fish there. Good peacock. All right, guys. I'm gonna get the release on this fish. I'm gonna keep fishing. It's a good one. So now, even fishing throughout all the day, I was on my feet running back and forth managing these two rods, but I was doing my best to try to escape the alligator gar because they were plaguing me. Every few minutes I'd see one swarming on the surface, swimming real fast after towards my line, and I was just happy with this one that I didn't actually end up hooking him because I just didn't want to deal with him, but came off right there. Real quickly, I was just inspecting that he didn't chafe up my leader, mess with my hook any, but it was all good there, so kept fishing some. And eventually, after all the peacock bass, alligator gar, I ended up getting a hit right here. I was fighting this fish, and real quickly came up and jumped, and I was like, oh, that's actually a pretty decent largemouth. I was pretty excited. I was about to land him right here, and oh, came off right there. I was disappointed. I was just like, oh no, that looked like a decent largemouth. I wanted to see that one, but not really sure what happened there. If I ended up pulling up on him too quickly, because that hook just didn't set right. The circle hooks, you don't want to set the hook, you just want to kind of ease into him, but I guess he didn't eat it fully right there. All right, well, like I said, speaking of running back and forth between the backyard, I ran over here because I saw my bait was getting hit again. There he was, tightened up on him. I was just pulling him in right there, right along the weed line where he bit that live shiner. I was just tugging along here, bringing him in. Another little peacock bass here for you guys. That was a good one right there as well. Peacock bass number 3 for the day. And so far still the only species for the live bait only backyard fishing challenge. But let's see if that's about to change. All right, y'all, another peacock bass on a live shiner. I just lost a nice largemouth. Kind of salty about that. There's another good little fish for you guys. Gonna get the release on that fish. Later in the day, I was fishing still, and only still had gotten on peacock bass, and I was starting to wonder, am I going to catch a largemouth eventually, or at all? But started fighting this fish here, and what do you know? Little largemouth bass right there for you guys. Good little fish there on the live shiners. Another fish to cross off for a multi-species video. So now, peacock bass, largemouth bass. Cross off. It's a good little first largemouth for the multi-species video. Challenge. Got on another fish here. Cast it out right by that piling, live shiner. Pulled it up real close to the edge line right there. Let that bait fall. Another largemouth right here. Whacked it. Started fighting that fish right about now. There we go. Jumped a little bit. Now, one thing with this fish, he actually managed to eat the entire thing, and he did end up swallowing that hook, but I was able to revive the fish, get the hook out safely, and that fish was able to swim off right here for you guys. There you go. A nice, healthy release, and that fish swam off real good. All right, y'all, so another good fish for this backyard live bait challenge. So peacock bass and largemouth bass, 2 fish species there already for today's video. Hoping if I can do it all, I could do a real multi-species challenge. Peacock bass, largemouth bass, snakehead, tarpon, maybe even snook. So I think once it gets a little later in the day, I'll probably hook up to a tarpon. Maybe I'll even get on a snakehead so I could add another species to the list. But anyways though, guys, there's something going on right behind me. But anyways though, guys, I'm gonna keep fishing. It really eventually just started becoming peacock after peacock all day. Just kind of a peacock bass afternoon. Hooked up to this one here. Was fighting it, bringing him in. He popped off right here. Quick release for that fish. After that, it got a little bit darker later in the day. Still ended up hooking up to the peacock bass.
Got another one right here. This one was fighting and pulling a little bit bigger and better than the other ones did. Still around similar size fish right there. Got him up right about here now. And just pretty typical for once the water temps and exterior temperatures down here in South Florida start to warm up a little bit and you don't get so many cold fronts. Another good looking peacock bass right there for you guys. Get that 2-0 mustad circle hook out of the corner of the mouth right there. Eventually I did actually switch over to a 3-0. I was believing that maybe my smaller hook wasn't getting as good hookup ratio. Now, got another fish on here. What do we got? Oh, what's this one? Oh, looks like a snakehead. Alright, so we could cross off another fish for species in a good multi-species video. The bullseye snakehead. Crazy looking fish right there. Look at that little bullseye on the tail. Red spot there. That's what they're known for. But good bullseye snakehead right there for you guys.
Alrighty, y'all. Just got this bullseye snakehead here. And that is another fish for the backyard live bait only challenge. Peacock bass, largemouth bass, and bullseye snakehead back here. Another fish species to cross off for a multi-species video. Alrighty, y'all. That is gonna do it for today's video. Did a backyard challenge with live bait only. Had a good variety, multiple species caught. Peacock bass, largemouth bass, and snakehead. Still trying to get on a tarpon right now. If I end up getting on one, I'll leave the clip in here. But anyways though guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If y'all enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be getting out a couple other places. There's some bait left in here. I might go down somewhere else tomorrow, fish with these baits. But anyways though guys, hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more videos this week. Got a lot more upcoming, and I'm hoping very soon I'm gonna be doing a lot more, going out and about, some saltwater, some more Everglades, and maybe something else. So stay tuned y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.